A to the L to the I to the Z to the E, and it's all on me. Alize, Legend Z, and I'm back with another video. Um, Today is gonna be a little different. I want to tell you guys a story, and I want to be real honest with you because this story will help you, and it just might change your life. So listen up. At a young age, I didn't understand myself. And the reason I say I didn't understand myself is because I was different. Of course you're going to ask, Alize, you're young. Who understands themselves at a young age? Who's going to understand who they are? You're young. But no, really listen to me. I used to always be the one who was weird. The person that really just people never really seemed to understand, nor the person that nobody really seemed to like. When I was younger, I used to get bullied a lot. When I was younger, I was physically abused. I know what you may be thinking. Are you trying to make us feel sorry for you? No, I don't need sympathy. I don't. Because when I go into this story and to this topic, this is me being really, really brutally honest. The things that I went through as a child, I never really loved myself. That's why I'm in the situation I am today. Because I don't love myself. At least not yet. See, I used to write stories about how I didn't like myself, about how I didn't like who I was, about how I felt that I wasn't even worthy of being on this planet, of how I felt my mom should just have aborted me a long time ago. And there's these thoughts that would run through my mind. There were thoughts of suicide. There were thoughts of not feeling that I would ever be accepted by the outsiders that were in my reality. And when they say psychologically things start at home, it's true. They start at home. When I was in school, I didn't want to be in school. Even when I was in high school, I didn't want to be in high school. And you know what the funny part about it was? I was bullied in elementary, leading up all the way until my 7th grade year in middle school. They used to make fun of me and talk about me consistently. And I'll never forget. My granny gave me that dollar. My granny gave me. They made a rap out of it. Yes, they did. I'm not going to lie. As of today, I do laugh about it. Only because, dang, I was young at the time. It was just man. But basically, the story behind that was I was walking on the street with my grandmother one day. I was going to school, and one day a lady came up to me. This random lady, she just started talking to us. And my grandmother has very good energy, so she attracts people. They just naturally come to her. So, the lady came up to my grandmother and I. Next thing I know, she just gave me $1. I accepted the dollar. And then when I went to school, this girl was like, "Oh, I trade you for a bag of marbles." And then I did it, and then I didn't know at the time, wait a minute, marbles versus $1 at the time? Oh, no, give me my dollar back, run me my money. I wanted some chips. Okay. I think back then, around, was it 2009, 2010? I was in 6th grade in 2009. I think back then chips were like $1.25, around there, $1.30, 40, something like that. So basically, I gave her the dollar. Then I said, "Wait, my granny gave me that dollar." So then everybody started laughing. They started talking about me. And it was like I said, I have revealed in my other video, I was pantsed. And I was pantsed. I did come from, I was, abused as a child. Yes, I was. My mother was not in my life for a very long time. We communicate now, every now and then. I still believe in chances. And plus, you cannot choose your parents and you can't choose your family. Let's just be honest. So, at during these times and the things that I was going through in my life and then getting bullied at school, I felt like I just wanted to harm myself. And when I would come home, I would still deal with other situations as well. And see, my thing is, like I said, the reason I'm so out of control with my emotions is because when you grow up around people, your parents, they're the ones that you watch. You watch them. Okay? It's true. You do. You watch everything that they do. You hear everything that they say. So when you're looking at how they respond and how they react to situations 9 times out of 10, psychologically, this has been proven, you will grow up to act and do the same things that you saw when you were younger, how you were taught. This is how I was taught. So when I get upset, I do pop off at situations. When I get upset, when a person is giving me constructive criticism, I get defensive. I defend my nature when a person is telling me you're wrong. You know that you're wrong. And also, please feel free to tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm messing up. Be honest with me. Don't lie. So my whole situation is this, because I expect you to be real with me. I'm being real with y'all. Okay? I'm talking about this while going through it. And the reason I'm sharing you this story is because at a young age, I had once in my life said, damn, why am I going through this? And I felt, maybe I was supposed to go through this, but I was blaming it all on myself because I felt like my childhood wasn't the best. I don't want to jump into it too much, but my childhood wasn't the best. And, excuse me, with not growing up with a mother there made it even worse. Only due to the simple fact that I've always wanted to be with my mother all the time, and, she would come and then she would go. She would have the habit of coming into my life and then she would leave my life. It's like she'll come, bam, and then she'll disappear. So when I was getting bullied at school, a lot of that had affected me because I wasn't just only getting bullied at school, I was also getting mistreated at home. So it only made me feel worse about myself. So when I started to go into high school, I didn't talk to people for I went to Bright Star Charter Academy. I didn't talk to people about 2 months. And to be honest, that kind of made me extroverted I take that back, introverted. At one point in my life, I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to have that. I was so scared to open that door because I had trust issues. I didn't trust no one. I didn't even trust myself. And how I felt about myself, I felt so insecure. And still to this day, this is how I feel. This is why it's going to make sense. Just bear with me. So when I was in high school, I made a couple of friends. I made this one friend. Her name was Marshy. And Marshy and you could have said, I could have probably thought Marshy was my soulmate, honestly, because she was so amazing and she was the most kindest person. She was so nice to me. And she said, Alizé, no matter what I do, because she was born into a wealthy family, and stuff like that. But her parents weren't always around. They were always busy. So I, feel like that had affected her. And she came to me and she said, Alizé, you really do make me happy. And I want to let you know that. And she says, you make me smile, you make me laugh. I feel good when I'm around you. Man, I remember, I was small, remind you, I was very small. I was very short. I'm 5'4", 5'5", around there. Marshy was like, woo, you know what I'm saying? NBA ball. You know them tall girls? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like Candace Parker tall. I think she tall. I think she is. But she, real tall? Yes. Okay. So, Marcia and I, we had a bond like this. No one could break. We was always chilling with each other. And despite how I felt and was going through things at home, when I would see her, that would brighten up my day. She was probably the first person, or the first person I really interacted with like that. I knew a couple of people, but I didn't interact with them like that. She was the first person I really interacted with. And it's crazy because when she told me, like, hey, Alize, this is how you make me feel. You make me smile, this, that, and the third. You know, I was thinking, like, me? How could I make you smile or make you feel good? Because I didn't even feel good about myself. See, I've always been that type of person that where if somebody else was in need of help, of any type of healing, I would be there, despite how I was feeling. One of my teachers even came to me and said, look, Alize, I want my daughter to be just like you. And I'm not even perfect. I'm not the person that, and I'm going to keep saying this because I want people to really know this. This is real. I'm coming to you raw right now. Like the raw meat that's packaged in the store. I'm coming to you raw. Because I have a point to all this. He said, I want my daughter to be just like you. You're so sweet. And you never take your pain out on nobody. But please, tell me this. As I began to get older, why is it that I started to take my pain out on people? Why is it that I just couldn't take it no more? Why is it that I just felt need to just scream and just say, I give up? I was slacking in school. I went back to get my diploma when I was, 20 years old? I'm 24 now? I went back. I put myself in a situation, that ruined me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It ruined me internally till this day. And see, this is the point that I'm trying to make here. See, I know what you're thinking. Why are you telling us all this? Especially when you first started off as a YouTuber. Why are you telling us all this? I want to tell you this because I don't know you and you don't know me. But one thing I do know is that there are people out there that are still suffering internally due to past experiences that they have experienced in their past that have led them to the reason why they don't love themselves. Not just me, but other people. Even you watching this video, if you've came this far. And I am here to tell you today, don't chase what's in your outer reality. Build the foundation with you first. In our past, there are things that we cannot change. There are things that we went through that hurt us and scar us till this day, that make us feel that we are not good enough for anybody. We've put ourselves in situations and we've had relationships and connections that have only made us feel even worse and have brought our self-esteem low. We've tried to live up to the expectations of other people rather than living to the expectations of ourselves. Why is it that I have those trust issues? Why is it that I'm so introverted? Why is it that I don't trust anybody? And why is it that I feel the way that I feel? You are not who you were yesterday. You are not who you were years ago, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. You're not that person. You are amazing and you're beautiful. Do not believe that this is the end of your story. This is only the beginning. There are going to be times where you have doubts. There are going to be times where you just want to give up. But I'm telling you, don't. Despite what you may go through. You are love. You are worthy. We are love. We are worthy. We are deserving. And see, that's why I said self-love is something that you practice. Because this is not going to happen overnight. If you're a person that tosses and turns at night, if you're a person that really can't sleep, if you're somebody who knows that those words are eating at your subconscious, you're not good enough for them. You're not good enough for her or him. Who's going to like you? Look at you. You're fat. You're ugly. You're dumb. You're not that intelligent. What makes you think that you can do that? What makes you think that you could really be up on stage in front of billions of people and be that motivational speaker that changes people's lives? What makes you think that you could be that artist that designs these amazing artistic images and will just be selling over the entire world, the entire globe? What makes you think that you will actually be able to top one of the artists, Monet? What makes you think that you can actually put your stuff out there and you will be labeled good enough? Are you serious right now? Shut up. See, those were those negative thoughts in our subconscious mind trying to keep us back, trying to keep us stagnant, because we know that we can grow. That's when you have to change your subconscious beliefs. And I'm here to tell you, change it. Change it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now, starting now. It's crazy because I have attracted so many people to me. And even when I thought that maybe this could be someone that would be willing to stay, there was always something that I do that causes this person to leave or these people to leave. And it's called self-sabotage. Because I sabotage things for myself because of how I feel internally. Trying to paint this perfect image of Alizé, knowing damn well there is no perfect image. Trying to impress people outside of me when in reality, why am I trying so hard to impress people? Why am I trying so hard to just please these individuals? Why am I trying so hard to be accepted? Why? Does it really matter if I'm accepted or not accepted? Because I remember Les Brown saying results is what matter. And separate who I am from what I do. You do matter. And if you haven't heard that, you're hearing it from me. You matter. And you're capable. And you are loved. You have to listen to that voice inside of you. And you have to go and actually speak to your higher self. Meditate. Do whatever you have to do. And tell yourself affirmations. I am love. I attract love because I am love. I am a trustworthy person. It doesn't matter what that person says about you or how they view you. It doesn't. What matters is how you feel about yourself. Because who's going to get you to the top? Not those people. You. It is important to love internally. Because through life, we start to deal with these obstacles and we start to deal with these wounds, not obstacles. We start to deal with these scars and these wounds that keep on affecting us. And the more it affects us, the more bad we feel about ourselves. We're not even. And let me tell you this. When a person does come into your life and try to actually love you, you don't even know what that is. You won't even know the difference between someone being the one or someone who's trying to use you, because you are so used to someone mistreating you that you decided to assume that this person is out to harm you or hurt you like everybody else. But in reality, that's not the case. But that's something that's in your mind. And then you manifest that into your reality, and then you start to feel like you're not good enough, even if there are options involved. And you start to put yourself lower. And this person is looking at you like, if you don't see yourself as worthy, then how am I going to see you as worthy? I remember an old crush of mine. I remember telling her, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel good enough. And then she asked me, so if I'm not feeling like I'm worthy, I'm not feeling that, I'm feeling like, okay, let me say that again. I said, I don't feel like I'm worthy. She says, okay, so if I don't feel I'm worthy, then I don't feel I'm good enough. So if I don't feel I'm good enough, then why try? And I had to think about that. Because I would always jump at the opportunity of someone liking me or someone being interested in me. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just interested in this one person. I wouldn't keep my options open. And she was the only woman that I was into. And I was so interested in her. And it was so crazy when I wasn't even realizing that, damn, you're trying to push forth a relationship, but you haven't even gotten to know me. And it's like, damn, like give me time. Buying flowers, doing the whole 9-5. Like I did that for my ex-girlfriend. I bought her flowers. Her first Valentine's Day, I decided to do something special. And, even it was so crazy because even with this woman made me think about things. This woman made me see that she could call me out on my bullshit. This woman made me see like, damn, okay, Alize, there's some things that you need to learn, and you need to actually take a step back. And you need to realize that you need to put yourself first, and you need to love yourself first. Now, may I tell you, she didn't love herself either. She didn't. And I attracted that. So I wasn't attracting what I wanted, but I attracted what I am. I was attracting what I am right now. So how can two people who don't love each other and don't even understand each other even try to build a relationship? It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to work. And with me being out of control with my emotions, and with us going back and forth with each other, and she's yelling at me over things that I did, and we're going back and forth, does that do anything? It doesn't do anything. And it's so crazy because even during this failed connection, it made me feel worse. It didn't make me, no, I'm not saying I'm a victim. I made mistakes. I did. And still to this day, I still take full responsibility and ownership. But the only reason why I'm sharing you these stories is because I really want you to know something. At some point, we do have to take responsibility for our actions, and at some point, we have to take ownership and say, you know what? The only reason I'm attracting these kind of people into my life is because this is who I am. This is what I am. And it's self-reflecting. It's reflecting in my outer reality. Because I'm giving that energy out. I'm giving the energy out of feeling unworthy. I'm giving the energy out of feeling unmotivated. I'm giving the energy out of feeling like I can't be the one for this individual, or I don't have enough to bring to the table because of things that I do not have right now. And then I put myself, or we put ourselves in these positions, and then we ask ourselves later, why? Why? Why did this happen? Again, I'm tired of it. I want the harmony relationships. I want a long-lasting friendship. I want something that's going to last. But how can it last if the foundation wasn't even built with me first, if it wasn't starting with me first? So if it didn't start with me, then how is it going to start with someone else? How is it going to begin? How is it going to be fulfilled? Why do you keep letting these voices get to you? Why do you keep listening to these negative thoughts, knowing that your thoughts are not you? Knowing that you are in control. This is your vehicle. You can fix it up, you can paint it. And you know it's raggedy, so fix it. Start living for you today. Don't live for other people. And whatever happened in your past, move forward. It's not going to be easy, but we have to accept it and we have to be willing to move on. And that's something I tell myself every day. I just wanted to keep it real. Peace.